Hi guys, what's up? Welcome to topic 28. We're going to start with our key plan render in this topic. So I'm going to quickly go ahead and click on File and Open, and I'll shift this JPEG to the Photoshop folder and to the Files for Working, where I can open up the PDF for Photoshop and select the cul-de-sac and press Open. Now the cul-de-sac will also have 200 resolution, CMYK and 16-bit, and we can press OK. Now once this is done guys, we're going to actually quickly create a layer, press Alt Backspace to fill in color, and we'll push this behind. This will quickly become the background layer. This is the same thing we have done till now for all our drawings, and this is the main layer. Once I've created both these layers guys, we'll use the Wand tool to now start creating main layers now, which will basically be all of this area, which is going to be grass. As you can see, the site plan is different as well as the key plan is going to be slightly different. So I'm just going to quickly select all the grass, create a layer and fill in light gray color. Because the bungalow can be placed anywhere, but we need a key plan for basically showing what number or what layout the particular client must have selected. Once I'm done with this, I'll press Ctrl D. Now we can quickly go ahead and create lines in the borders over here. But as you can see, one is a little thicker, one is a little thinner, and there's a variation in all of these. This is just the line. So what we need is a little bit more uniform look for this whole thing. So I'll quickly go ahead and create a new layer where I will switch the black color to the foreground, and I will press B for the brush, and I can actually reduce the size of the brush, making sure the hardness is 100%, the opacity is 100%, as well as the flow. And I can reduce the size of the brush, and we can start creating lines. So for this, I'm going to actually click over here, and holding shift I can actually go straight down all the way till here. Now if it's difficult for you to draw a line, you can actually click on the start, then holding shift click on the end, and that's another way that we can actually draw this. Similarly, you come here on the start, then press shift, and on the end. You can even increase this slightly by just adding one more dot. We can do this by clicking over here, then holding shift and clicking on the end, and that'll actually provide these three lines. And we're all doing this on the same single layer. So you want to quickly go ahead and do that here as well. Shift, we'll just come here. Let me go here. Where it's thick, you can actually use the Wand tool also, but we'll just quickly select all our lines and just go ahead and create this whole portion. Now guys, once we're done with that much, we can actually now go ahead and use the Wand tool to select the road. This is basically the road, and all of these have their entrances from here. Create a new layer and press Ctrl Backspace. Then we can go ahead and provide all of these as well. Ctrl Backspace. For all these will be a new layers. This step as well. This will actually get done very quickly because there's not too many layers to be created here. You do not have to create layers for the whole bungalows. That's why I've actually kept our entire site plan still switched on, and I'll just fill black color here. So once we're done with this guys, we can now go ahead and provide the material everywhere. So for that, I'm actually going to go on each layer, just rename this layer as grass, double click on this and provide it pattern overlay of grass. And I'm actually going to now solve both the things together. I'll be giving an inner shadow as well, and this is how you'll have to work. You'll have to finish the entire needs for one particular layer. Once you actually, once you practice, you'll actually get better at this because you'll know how certain things are supposed to look anyway. So I've pressed the inner shadow for this. Then we have got our road. it's a boundary line, so I'll just say BL. Over here we have the road, so I'll double click on this and call this as road. We'll enter into the pattern overlay and we'll actually give it the asphalt or the road cover pattern, and then inner shadow as well, so that it looks lower than the rest of this area. So you can see how we can actually work that out. Till now it was actually looking above the grass, but now it starts to look below. Let's reduce the overlay opacity, just something like that, and that's something great that we can do right here. Then we've got these stairs, so I'm actually going to give a pattern overlay of wood. You can actually give it tile. Let's give it tile, no problem. Reduce the scale, and we give it a drop shadow. I'll switch off the global light and I'll actually change the direction, something like that. Kind of increase the size slightly, and I'll press OK, and I can actually right click and copy the layer style, select 5 as 6 and right click and paste the layer style. So we actually have these over here. I'll even go ahead and paste the layer style over here, just something like that. Now when we talk about layer 8, I'll double click on this and I'll give this an inner shadow, actually increase the distance. So over here we'll give an inner shadow to layer 7, which is this top area. So I'll give an inner shadow to that as well, and that will actually provide this entire good look of the stair as well, as if the boundary wall is giving a shadow. Just something like that, guys, and that's about it. That's basically how we're going to go ahead and complete this entire key plan. Now there are a couple of things left which we have to bring in, like trees and the entire bungalow, and we'll be seeing that in the next topic. But you guys have to understand that even this itself with just the white bungalows is looking really good if we don't bring in the bungalows, but I'll show you guys how to do that as well. So I'll see you guys in the next topic. Take care.